Hello, myself Sakuldeep Singh, Assistant Professor, Department of MCA. Today I am giving a lecture on multi-threading in Java. Very first I will discuss what is multi-threading. Multi-threading means whenever multiple threads are run concurrently, that is called multi-threading. Now question is that what is thread? Thread क्या है? What is thread? Actually thread it is a lightweight process. Lightweight process. Lightweight process. Process. What is process? Process is a program in the execution. Process is a program in the execution. A sequence of code executed for each task define a separate path of execution is called thread. It's called thread. Multi-threading. Multi-threading in Java is a process of executing multiple threads simultaneously. A thread is a lightweight process. Lightweight process. The smallest unit of processing. The multiprocessing and multi-threading both are used to achieve multitasking. However, we use multi-threading than multiprocessing because threads are used shared memory area. They don't allocate separate memory area, so saves memory and context switching between the thread takes less time than the process. Another definition of the thread means a thread is an independent sequential path of execution. Many threads can run concurrently within a program. At runtime, threads in a program exist in a common memory space and can therefore share both data and code. That's why the thread is a lightweight process, because it shares the common memory area compared to process. The multitasking. What do you mean by multitasking? Multitasking allows several activities to occur concurrently on the computer. There are two types of the multitasking: process-based multitasking and there is the thread-based multitasking. Here, definition is mentioned: multitasking is a process of executing multiple tasks simultaneously. We use multitasking to utilize the CPU. Multitasking can achieve two ways: process-based multitasking, that is called multiprocessing, and thread-based multitasking, that is called multi-threading. Means multi-threading is a one kind of the multitasking, right? Now, very first I will discuss here process-based multitasking, means multiprocessing. Multiprocessing, each process has an address in memory. In other hands, Each process allocate a separate memory area. If process is a light process is a heavyweight, while thread is a lightweight. In previous definition, I have already discussed because thread share the memory area. Share memory area. Right? So therefore, thread is a lightweight. Common memory area. If multiple threads are executed in a program, all threads have shared the common memory area. Right? The cost of communication between the process is high. What do you mean by the cost of communication between the process is high? Because of it takes the large memory. Memory takes large time. The switching from one process to another process requires some time for saving and loading registers, memory maps, updating list, etc. Now, thread-based multitasking. Thread-based multitasking means in which the multiple threads are run concurrently. Multiple threads are running concurrently. And that is multi-threading. When threads are created, no doubt thread is created by the two way. Either the extend of thread class or implement the runnable interface. Right? All threads share a common memory area and have their own stack, local variable, and program counter. When multiple threads are executed in parallel at the same time, this process is called multithreading. Right? Means all the thread, definition is clear, all the threads share a common memory area and have their own stack, local variable, and program counter. When multiple threads are executed in parallel at same time, this process is known as multi-threading. Parallel execution. Now, what are features through which we can perform multiple activities within a single process? Thread, second, lightweight process. You have already studied an operating system PCB, process control block, in which memory is shared. PCB memory is shared. Same thing is here. This is the lightweight process. Series of executed statement. Next, nested sequence of method calls. This is the thread model. Here is given thread model. Thread model means this is the life cycle of the thread. Means thread state. In other words, we can say this is the thread states. What are the states? Basically, these are the various states of the thread. First state is new. New. After new, the thread reached in the runnable state. Runnable. At the state of the runnable, there are only one condition. Either the thread goes to blocked state or in running. When thread is running, runnable to running. रनिंग स्टेट से थ्रेड कहाँ जा सकता है? ब्लॉक्ड स्टेट में जा सकता है, मीन्स नॉट रनिंग, वेटिंग में जा सकता है, सस्पेंड हो सकता है, राइट? अगर थ्रेड, these are the state diagram. When thread in running, it means by sleep mode, block, input output, suspend, wait. There the various operations are performed on the thread. Any one of the operation can perform on the thread. It means when sleep, block, wait, lock, suspend, then state of the thread is changed. The thread reached in non-runnable state, that is called blocked state. Whenever thread reached in blocked state, no doubt, then we use the different methods, right? Then thread again, we notify all, right? With the help of the various methods, right? Then thread again come back in runnable state. After and come back again runnable to again reached in running state. Running to thread reached in terminated. Reached and terminated. They are the 5 states of the thread: new, runnable, running, terminated, and blocked. Terminated state is also called dead state. Dead state, when thread is suspended, then it resumes, right? When thread going to in waiting state, then we call by notify. If the various threads are in more than one thread are in waiting, then notify all, right? Input output complete or not, all the things are existed. But java.lang.thread thread, it is a class which have the various methods. These methods, for example, sleep, it is a static method in which long parameters are passed long millisecond. Time pass hota hai. Boolean is alive. Is alive is a function which belongs in the thread class. The return type of this function is Boolean. We check whether the thread is alive or not, or thread is dead. If it returns false, it means thread is dead. If it returns true, thread is alive. Right? Other functions are void, suspend, and resume, join. The return type of these functions are also void. These are the various functions, various states and functions which are defined. And new means ready to run. New state का means क्या था? Ready to run. Thread ready है run के लिए. A thread is a new when it gets CPU time. Running, a thread is in a running state when it is under execution. Suspended, a thread is in the suspended state when it is temporarily inactive or under execution. Blocked state, a thread is in the blocked state when it is waiting for resources. Terminated means a thread comes in this state when at any given time it's terminated, reached in dead state. Creating of the thread. How we create the thread? Creating of thread. A thread is created in Java. Either implementing the runnable interface or extending the thread class. There are two methods of creating the thread. Let's dive into detail of both these of way creating a thread. Thread class Thread class, a thread class have several methods and constructors which allow us to perform various operations on thread. The thread class extends the object of class. The object class implements runnable interface. The thread class has following constructor that are used to perform various operations. Right? If anyone asks which one is the superclass of the thread, superclass of the thread is object, which is object. Thread class extends the object class. The object class implements runnable interface. Runnable interface. This is the object means this is a superclass of the Java. Thread class has following constructor. Thread, that is default constructor. Another thread in which the two parameter pass. One is the object, another is the string. Third, runnable target thread and thread group. These are the various constructor of the thread class. Now, question is that what is constructor? Constructor क्या है? Very first, constructor. It is a similar to a function. Similar to a function. Has no return type. The name of the constructor is same as a class name. Therefore, here all the constructors are started by having the same name as a thread. Because thread is the name of a class, constructor have the same name of the class name. Therefore, these are the different type of the constructor. Default and parameterized constructor are shown here. Default and parameterized constructor are shown here. Next, how we create a thread? Very first, simple way. This is the creating the one thread. Here I'm creating a single thread class thread 1 extends thread and override the run method. Override run method. Right? Override run method. Which is the run method? Here it's come from. Actually, thread class extends object class and implement runnable interface. Runnable interface has a single function that is called run function. That is override here. That function is override. Those code which you mention inside the run, this code is executed. This code is executed. When this code is executed, whenever thread start, right? So, for example, here int a equal to 10, b equal to 12, and result a plus b, system dot out dot println, the thread started running. System dot out dot println sum of two numbers result. Right? This is a very simple program. I have write here the code in which we have taken the two variable, one a and another b, and add both variable and display a simple statement thread started running. This is the useless statement. Next statement is SOP, system.out.println sum of two thread is result mention कर दिया हमने. Now it means this is these up lines are creating a thread. This is the code creating the thread. Now how thread is actually? We have defined a main function, public static void main, and make the object of on thread. हमने कौन सा थ्रेड बनाया है? थ्रेड 1. जो हमारे द्वारा थ्रेड बनाया गया कौन सा है? थ्रेड 1. तो जो भी हम थ्रेड बनाएंगे वो ऑल द थ्रेड क्या होंगे? वो थ्रेड क्लास के सब क्लास होंगे. हियर थ्रेड 1 एक्सटेंड्स थ्रेड, राइट? माइन थ्रेड इज थ्रेड 1. हमने क्या किया है? इस थ्रेड 1 का हमने ऑब्जेक्ट बनाया है. थ्रेड 1 T1 इक्वल टू न्यू थ्रेड 1. और जो हम ऑब्जेक्ट बनाया है, ऑब्जेक्ट से हम थ्रेड को स्टार्ट करते हैं. स्टार्ट इज अ मेथड व्हिच इज डिफाइंड इनसाइड द थ्रेड क्लास. स्टार्ट ये कहाँ मेथड है? कहाँ है ये? थ्रेड क्लास में है. हमने थ्रेड डॉट T1 डॉट स्टार्ट. As I write T1 dot start, it means thread is start. What output becomes? What output we obtain? We obtain the output. This first line is printed. Thread started running. Second line is also displayed. Sum of two number is. Result means 22. This is the output we obtain here. Right? This is the simple way. Simple way to creating the threads. These are the methods which are defined inside the thread class. Which one method? First, start method. In previous program, we have already also used the start method. If anyone asks, where is the start method is defined? Start method is defined inside the thread class. Run method, it is used to do action for run. It is also inside the thread class as well as in runnable interface. Both places पर this method is available. Sleep. Why we use the sleep method? It sleep a thread for a specified amount of time. हम थ्रेड को कितने समय के लिए वेट कराना चाह रहे हैं कि थ्रेड हमारा वेटिंग में चला जाए, सस्पेंड हो जाए. तो विच मेथड वी यूज? स्लीप मेथड, राइट? नेक्स्ट, स्टैटिक थ्रेड, करंट थ्रेड. It returns a reference to the currently executing thread object. Next, void join. It waits for the thread to die. Next, there are the priority method. Int get priority. Void set priority. Int get priority. It returns the priority of the thread. Suppose anyone asks, what is the priority of the thread? In Java, there are the three priority of the thread we can assign. First, by default priority. Second, normal priority. Norm priority. Third, max priority. Default priority is also called min priority. Right? आगे हम डिस्कस कर रहे हैं. Get priority, set priority, it change the priority of the thread. Set priority change the priority of the thread. Next, get priority. Next is the get priority. Get priority, it returns the priority of the thread. Set priority, it change the name of the thread. Get ID, it returns the ID of the thread. Is alive, it tests the thread is alive. Check the thread is alive, right? And yield, it causes the currently executing thread object to pause and allow another thread to execute temporarily. Suspended. It is used to suspend the thread. Resume. It is used to resume the suspended thread. Stop. It is used to stop the thread. Next function. Destroy. It is used to destroy the thread group of all subgroups. A daemon. It tests if the thread is daemon thread or not. Set daemon. It marks the threads as daemon or user. Interrupt. It interrupts the thread. Boolean. Edge interrupt. It tests whether the thread has been interrupted or not. Void notify. It is used to give the notification for only one, which thread which is waiting for a particular object. Void notify all. It is used to give the notification to all waiting threads of a particular object. Void set context class loader. It tests the context class loader for the thread. This is another program in which we are creating here the two threads and which are run concurrently. This is another program. Very simple program. इसमें हम दो थ्रेड क्रिएट कर रहे हैं. थ्रेड क्रिएट करने का वही सिंपल तरीका है कि देखिए, this is the second slide creates the thread. This is here we are creating the thread. This is the first thread which extends the thread class. इसके अंदर हमने लिखा है public void run for int I equal to 1, I less than 5 and I plus plus. system.out.println इसकी हमने वैल्यू प्रिंट करा दें I की. I जितने बार प्रिंट होगा ये द वैल्यू ऑफ I प्रिंट होती रहेगी. दिस इज द फर्स्ट थ्रेड. सेकंड थ्रेड में हमने j की वैल्यू, जब इस थ्रेड को हम बनाएंगे सेकंड थ्रेड को, सेम स्टेटमेंट यहाँ कर दिया है. देखिए दोनों थ्रेड्स को, थ्रेड फर्स्ट एंड सेकंड बोथ आर एक्सटेंडेड द थ्रेड क्लास. इसका मतलब दिस इज माय फर्स्ट थ्रेड, दिस इज द सेकंड थ्रेड, बोथ आर द थ्रेड्स. No. Very simple way, make a class in which you define the main function. Main function is defined here, and here write first f equal to new first. जो थ्रेड क्रिएट किया है उसका ऑब्जेक्ट बनाइए. कहाँ? मेन फंक्शन में. उसका ऑब्जेक्ट कहाँ बनाना है? मेन फंक्शन में. इनसाइड द मेन फंक्शन ऑब्जेक्ट बनाया. ऑब्जेक्ट बनाने के बाद में उससे स्टार्ट थ्रेड को स्टार्ट करते हैं. f डॉट स्टार्ट मीन्स फर्स्ट वाला थ्रेड कॉल हो गया, फर्स्ट वाला थ्रेड स्टार्ट. सिमिलरली सेकंड s इक्वल टू न्यू सेकंड, s डॉट स्टार्ट. हियर द सेकंड थ्रेड इज स्टार्ट. When second thread is start, both code which is mentioned inside the class first and class second, where we create the thread, all the means value of I and j are displayed. Here the two threads are concurrently created. This is the way of creating of the thread, right? Next thing,